Alright, a good day and welcome to the Leveling Len stream. She needs 8 more levels. I don't know if it's 8 or 7.5 for anything. I just know that she's at level 92. We just need to get it to level 100 and then work through Yui. And then Yui will either be done this stream as well, or in my own time. I should have done this earlier today / yesterday, but I didn't feel like doing it earlier. Also, that SEO game kind of has reached its limit. The boss fight against that Reaper is getting very difficult now. I'm only at 150 right now, so... No, it's very simple. I just need to keep grinding the balls a couple of more times. Although I might need to find a way to get stronger very quickly. Just to be able to do it. Which I'm very quickly switching away from that one. Just to finish up that one, this one, because I wasn't sure if I could do the other stream today. It's like, you know what? I'll just do this on stream. Should have done this earlier. Just deal with the portal. Oh, so when it gets to the leggy game from yesterday, I'm almost done. So the chance that I'm finishing that in a couple... Oh, for fuck's sake. Asuna. But the chance that I'm finishing that today or tomorrow is also quite big. But it's jumping again? Okay, it's not coming for me. Alright, good enough. Of course it jumps away. Of course it decides to turn around right at the end. And then begin running. Oh, for fuck's sake. Once Len is level 100, I'm going to work in Yui. However, I cannot promise that I will be finishing up Yui during the stream. It really depends on how I feel about the game, like even after I'm done with Len. Even though, yes, it is the last character, but, you know. I might just not want to play anymore after I'm done with Len for today. And then leveling up Yui will just be for another day. Now they gotta be vertically grab. They've dropped. Thank fuck it did something even though it was aimed downwards. They just have played this way too much over the last couple of weeks. I'm already kind of used to the game again. And I can't wait to not have to pick it up anymore. A beam is coming for me. Now we wait. So when I started, schedule still said 13 rounds. I did not update the schedule after the first round, so... But it could always be one round less because of how much experience I already had. Which is what I'm hoping on. Okay, the beam was not for me. Let's actually update the schedule this time around. Or the, what is it called again? Spreadsheet. When I finally can, which is, you know, after the incoming waiting period. And then it's still first going to show me the loot before it shows me the actual important information. The, to me, important information. Okay, but start at 94. So there's generally like 6 rounds left now. Yes, we went from 13 to 10. Considering I've done 2 rounds, we've skipped 1 entire round. Or it dropped 1 from the list, which is good. For you, it actually tells me it's also 13 rounds. Funnily enough, actually. Yeah, 12.8. In both situations, the original was 12.8, so... But as it stands, 2.3 more hours, and then we are done with all characters. Which means I can say goodbye to this game. And the only parting words I have for this game is sad that this mode became solo so late. would have been able to enjoy the game more if multiplayer wasn't as mandatory as it has been for the entire life cycle, apart from when this single player beta got instated. Especially due to how hard it was originally to find an actual lobby, how long you're actually stuck, and then obviously, you know, the round sometimes only starting after 5 minutes from selecting your character due to people playing dress up online, which no shame in people doing that, just don't do it in an active lobby, do it before you get the mission, or between missions themselves, but not in the actual lobby screen where you're selecting a character specifically for the mission. It already takes enough time to get into a proper match. And that's also what I like about this. It's short. Well, short. It's like 5 minutes. But at least it's continuous. It's not broken up by, well, multiplayer being multiplayer and waiting on entire lobbies to fill. Or on just a couple of other players. At least that's my personal take. I'd like to be a little bit more active in playing a game. I don't want to wait in lobby screens. It's why I choose single player games over multiplayer. That's why I'm glad this mode now exists. Specifically for solo. Because the experience is actually good. Like, even the character experience is... I agree with it. It's not like the 200 that you get from doing the story missions. Oh, another thing that I prefer about this solo mode, I can just level another character while playing a character that I actually enjoy. Rather than being forced to playing a character I don't enjoy just because they're leveling. Which the multiplayer doesn't allow you to do. In the multiplayer, you're stuck playing the character that you select. And because then you can only level the character that you select first. First, as in single player. Yeah, it's a lot better to just do it this way. Personally. I'd say I've got 5.2 levels left. But damn, that took no time. This is why I do enjoy this mode more. Okay. I thought this issue was fixed. But apparently it's not. Or it only breaks for certain characters. At least this still works if you're the one that's in front. But now I know. If I'm the one that's going to be in the back again, I'm just not going to send it a position because it takes too much time, but it doesn't even complete right now, so So that's now going to be 4.5. Point 4.6 even, which doesn't really do too much considering it's still 8 rounds regardless. But hey, in the coming hour I should practically be done with Len. I'll probably at least do a little of Yui's leveling on stream still, just to get the 2 hours. And make that that. After that, the very last bit will be done just off stream on my own somewhere in the coming couple of days, and then I'm going to enjoy like online. I mean, for some people, sure. I'm also making sure to enjoy my time, which the multiplayer, no, not for me at least. Oh, you know, I know. So, I think 2 weeks ago this was, or last week, the double experience modifier for all characters was there. I did play a lot of online then. But since that is gone, I've just gone to the solo. But welcome. It's just this one now. Wasn't close enough. Also, and this is a big grab that I have of the online. I mean, the character levels are still relatively fast. It is just not every reward. Like, I personally don't care too much about like the gear. Player rank means absolutely zero to me at this point. But I'm personally enjoying this a lot. It is very refreshing. Also, and this is for me the biggest point, I can play characters that I like while leveling characters I don't like. And that to me does a lot. Yeah, because obviously you can just switch. Now I personally like Yui, so for me getting not Yui, Len to, like I like Len, so getting her to level 100, I don't mind that as much. Doing Yui to level 30 in multiplayer when I don't like how her character works is a slog. For me at least. And it made me stop playing the game multiple times. And with this, it's like I've been clearing out character after character. I think when I started, I had about 15 characters still to get to level 30. It's now just 1. I don't count the DLC characters, by the way. I'm going for the achievements and that's about it at this point. I've done the entire story. I've done the DLC stories. Yeah, fair. I don't think I have tried it, no. But it's mostly because I've been focusing on leveling the characters. Unless that gives a very good amount of experience to character leveling, then obviously I want to do it. Oh, this is also a thing with this mission complete timer. Considering mine are usually around 5 minutes, I've made a spreadsheet that tells me exactly how much time a round takes. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So I don't do any cosmetic stuff. Not because I don't think it shouldn't be in there, but just I like actual gameplay. Cosmetics don't do anything to the gameplay for me personally. But I will try it. Oh, actually, I've cleared it as 3 characters. Obviously I did it as Len. But that is just for 1. Grab that. This is sure max HP. I must have done this a while ago, to be honest. Because I do not remember this at all. Then again, I've only done it like 3 times, or with 3 characters. And then only the first stage, so... It's kind of sad because I keep every character basically the way that they are. I only really change their equipment and accessories. I have never done anything to appearance on any character. Oh, yeah, that's our default. Roll tier 1. Because I like 1875 experience per run. Fair. Whoops, I instantly switched away from my main. Even though I need my main for this. I'm probably going to be my favorite character in the game, Len. She's the only character I'm even willing to get to level 100. Yeah, I mean, considering there's the achievement for level 100 on like at least one character, I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to do it. If I didn't need to do that, I would have just kept it at 30 for everyone. There we go. Freeze. It depends on how much experience you need per run. Or per, like per level. Because I can at least make a somewhat correct spreadsheet of like how much time it would take. And how many runs. I mean, I've got the basics for a spreadsheet like that open as we speak, so... Actually, that's not going to work. It seems like those 3 tiles, if you have to stand in the back row, that's broken. And the one that has to stand in the front just doesn't do it, which means it's meaningless. That's weird, because a couple of days ago when I did it with this exact same group, it did work. Oh well. Well, I know. Well, once you is in the team, that's when I want to do that then. Also, to be honest, the only reason why I can even make a spreadsheet is because of the single player. Because of multiplayer, I can't what is it called again? I can't reliably check which oh god, which mission it's going to pop up and how long some will take, even with different world levels. Also on how long it takes before people have joined. Like, none of that I can reliably put into the spreadsheet. Hey, this is all missing. Yep. Oh god, it did nothing. It's not just that, it's also what I call this is like people playing dress up online, where people are changing everything about how a character looks. Okay, fair enough. But like people also do that in the lobby screen. And it's like, I don't mind if people do it. I genuinely don't mind if people use other skins. I personally don't care for it too much myself. But if people want to do it, at least do it in the screen. Like, at least do it in the character screen when you're not right before a mission. It is now 4.3. So that means I only need 7 more rounds. Also, and this is a very big one, different role tiers and different bosses, like, or at least the bosses change every day for the role tiers. And this just helps me reliably stay on world tier 1. Which, considering I don't really change gear anyway at this point, or don't want to, it works just staying on world tier 1. Even if this is only level 30 gear. Also, I selected the wrong skill. I need to do 1 and 3, not 1 and... sorry, I need to do 1 and 2, not 1 and 3. Okay, this one can just be easily defeated. Using a skill on that one is just bit of a waste. Auto revive could be handy, but it's not. It's the only one that I dropped. No, weak point damage. Sure, I'll take that. Yeah, fair enough. I only need to do 1 character to level 30, and that is... Okay, this twat has to die. The only character I basically need to do, apart from Len to level 100, is Yui to level 30. Which will take 13 runs. So roughly 78 minutes. 78 minutes, like, in total. Waiting time, selecting character, actually doing the mission. Don't have a tank or healer. I have to say, one of the best changes that they did make when they did it was making sure that all regions were just combined into one. I know most people went to Asia anyway, but it does help, you know. That did help with the server amount at the time. And I did for a long time play multiplayer, but I've basically only been working on LAN with that. I mean LAN and everyone in fighter and like one tank. The rest has all been done here in the multiplayer. If I'm correct. Here in the single player, I mean, whoops. Yeah, it was kind of blunt, the open area. It's just nothing to do. The experience was, well, not there. No, you could get some experience from it, but it wasn't an amount to write home about. Jump too early. I do have to say though that the game did improve from the original beta that was there. I did play that and I, well, after one round I had already enough. Then the storyline came in, like when the game released. That is what I mostly did. It took a long time before I went to multiplayer. Definitely until like the second or third DLC. Yeah, it's also because I do play the other SEO games as well. And all of them are single player focused, and I've had an amazing time. And it's just with this one, it's been kind of faltering. But to be honest, the last DLC for the Alicization game, that one was just horrible. And the achievements for that one are my next target, and it's just pain. A little bit of the second one. Second one was Last Recollection, if I'm correct. You had Alicization Licorice, or whatever the second word was again. I know there was also Alicization Rising or something, but I don't know what that I don't know what that released on. You know, I played Licorice. I was enjoying it enough to at least keep playing. Then the first DLC came out, and I enjoyed that. The fights were actually very good. Then the second DLC came in. And they pushed a 100 floor dungeon that you were forced to go through. And it just... every floor was a carbon copy. It had a couple of big areas every 20 levels, or every 20 floors. Which also had a carbon copy on the overworld. And in order to actually complete the entire DLC and to get all the achievements, there were 5 endings. You get the first ending from just doing it for the first time. And then any subsequent playthrough, you can get an ending depending on time. Depending on like how long you take to clear the DLC. Which is 100 hours. If you take, I think 100 hours, you get like the same ending as before. Or maybe you get a different one. Depending on what they've done with it. But like, it was pain. I still only have done the one ending. Okay, I don't have what the game wants. What I can do is just shoot at those. Also, I'm not sure if this is also the case in the multiplayer, but I know that in the single player, or at least in this, you don't have to pick up all gear and such that drops on the ground. At least at the end. Because it will just give it to you regardless. I always see people in the multiplayer just running for everything that drops. I'm one of those people that never did that. Okay. So people just run to grab everything just for the sake of wanting to grab it, because the 20-second timer. Yeah, auto grabbing is much better. That's another thing I personally enjoy more about this. It's only 10 seconds at the end and not 20. No, I do have to say, obviously, that even 10 seconds is too much for me. It breaks up the time that you actually play in the game, which I will always see as a bad thing. I kind of like to just be able to continue to play, like no tutorials in between. And if a tutorial gets pushed, not one that you have to click away, like that just pauses the entire game. I did like that. Right, last health bar. Also, I will always try to jump before pressing the second skill. I find it a bit more effective to shoot forwards than downwards. Also, the screen that we just had in the multiplayer, or in the single player, I mean, feels a little bit worthless considering there's only one party. That there is no real, like, even MVP status just doesn't exist in this. So I don't know why that screen is necessary, but oh well. We are at 2.1. It is only 4 more rounds, according to the spreadsheet. Yeah, but it's like it really depends on like the world tour that you do in a single player. I just instantly switched. I'm so used to playing as, well, Yuna, Oberon, Administrator, Storben, Fuka0, Yuki. I made the schedule when those all were still when those all still had to be done. And I made the spreadsheet, I think about a week ago. 1.5 weeks. Freeze you. I don't know exactly which piece of gear does this, but I do have a piece of gear that if I'm using one of my skills, it can absolutely freeze an enemy. Between the two that spawned in the middle, which was Dirty Scissor and the elemental thing. Dirty Scissor is the annoying one. Okay, with where it's landing. I have never seen that one, and I probably won't ever. I think I've tried this twice on extreme. Both times I, well, died a couple of times back to back, and I just basically quit from ever doing extreme difficulty. Mostly because of the auto kick. I'm trying to get the experience, and getting auto kicked at that point really doesn't help. And considering the fragments don't do anything for me, considering that character doesn't have an achievement bound to its level, I don't mind too much. That I'm skipping the character and not getting the fragments. The only reason why I've got the DLCs is just to play the DLC stories. That was my first time going down as Len today. To be honest. Okay, that is okay. Yeah, it paid off actually doing it that moment. For once, Kirito is allowed to actually take it out. I do not know. I think Kirito is the only character I got to level 30 by just a single player. Like the original single player. Also 2 additional legendary rewards that just hold heavy. Okay. That's like 1.5. Technically 1.4. No, I'm just gonna put it at 1.5 just for my insanity. Let me actually try it out. Considering I do want to actually see it. Whoops. You. What I can do is actually put the passive on them. Because I don't think I've done that for him. I haven't done anything with secondary passives. Apart from Len. I get a chance to do it here. Okay. I see now why. Oh, I just hold heavy. Whoops. Ah, okay. I see it now. Oh right, I do need a target. I see it now. It's also weirdly satisfying. Oh, Len must have used a skill on him. So here's the thing. I don't tend to ever use the heavy attacks. Or at least I never did back in the day. Mostly because I tend to just spam the... Well, not even spam. I have this button on my mouse, which is just basically an auto-clicker at all times. But it only works on my left mouse button. Let's see, can I show the power of it? It'll be this. This is how fast my gun, or the gun, shoots. Just using the auto-clicker on the mouse. Holding it is much faster, of course, but I wouldn't be able to make that speed myself. Okay, I can, apparently. However, if I do that, I'm going to wear my mouse down, which I don't want. It is not one of the most expensive mice, it's actually a very cheap one. So I expect it to break whenever it has the option to. Hey, beautiful. Skip the cutscene because we managed to break part of its body. And then rip Kirito's ult. They're way too long, they're repetitive. This is one of the things, like, I understand that the multiplayer uses them just to keep everyone kind of in check. But I think in solo you should be able to turn them off. Especially like the one where it jumps in. It's like there's only one actual person in the single player. Also, this timer in the multiplayer, sure. Here in the single player, considering people instantly jump to their spot, it feels useless. And like you're just waiting. It's things like that why I feel like the game breaks up too much. I mean, honestly, getting the portals gone ASAP is very handy. Like, I absolutely commend people that are able to do that during the cutscenes. Because I'm not. I lose all sense of direction when I can't see my character or of what's behind, what's around me. Unless it's Armad, then I don't have a sense of direction, period. Oh, the ultimate cooldown is kind of useless. Duh. Good job, Len. Or not useless? Yeah, fair. Also, I don't need to grab anything. I don't know why I instantly went to the middle of this. Like, I think my biggest wish is memory crystals going to 200, just like how they are in the multiplayer. Next reward. That is not in 1 round. That is 2 rounds, most definitely. Unless I do multiplayer, get the S rank, have the team MVP, and the last attack bonus. I think at that point I will definitely get the experience, but 2 rounds is better than nothing. I think MVP and last attack bonus. I think you also need that one. Because that is 400 experience combined. Which, luckily I got the achievements for those 2 things done very early on. Because I did play a little bit of the multiplayer when I first started. And then began to truly do it when the first or second DLC had released. Why do I keep switching instantly? But I know why. It's because when I last played, I was working on Yuna, which did require me to do that. Which was 2 days ago. I do commend the multiplayer for one thing though. And that is that when I truly started doing multiplayer, 8 minutes was good. 12 minutes was alright. And I've only seen the timer improve. Or how much time a match has taken. I want to grab all of those. Actually, I should check what this is. Free revive. I personally only deal with online at this point if it has what is it called again? I only deal really with online if a character is double experience. Otherwise, I don't think the increase in experience is too big, so yeah. But my quickest time solo on the match has been like 4.5 minutes. Or just over 4.5. That is mostly because I'm not used to using it. And it is on a button that I need to change if I want to reliably start using it. And I just never do that somehow. It also doesn't help that when I play games that have characters with different skills and abilities, I try and not use them too much. This is one of the only games where I do actually do it. I normally just rely on what I'm doing right now, without switching skills. Just straight up shooting only. Which is very bad. Yeah, true. I do truly need to actually start using it. I need to put it in a way more reliable button that's actually very close to what I would normally use. Any... None of the other things are still here. Okay. Don't know if you actually just go into the settings and change that button around. Oh, whoops. Fair. Controls. Normal type, it's a shooting character. Unique skill Y. Can I put it on my mouse? Yes, I can. Would it be in weapons? I mean, most of my legendaries right now are level 35. Because World Tier 1 solo only drops up until 35, if I'm correct. So from rarity. Rarity. That's that way. There we go. Oh, there. Let me see if I've got a higher level one. What, am I using the right thing for that? Is this one? So as you can see, I got a tutorial for this, because I have literally never done this. There's an expose weakness. I might have just done it twice. I should also truly do this. Then now how to put it on. Whoops. Oh, replace special effect. Okay, I'll wait for a moment. 35% light. It can be that it's on, like, that it can also be on like another character's weapon, that I pull it from there. And make effects there. So it's light, weakness, damage up, right? Or elemental status. Wind. Ah, okay. I suppose I should specifically look at the yellow text. Considering damage to stun up like 15%, like that seems like it's more. What I can do, considering she's a rogue. I have my 200 crafts anyway, so why not? Right, it doesn't show me unless... Fair. If only EX supply element wind, or not wind, would be like 35%. Because I'm assuming that's a hue. Okay. Well, I got it, didn't get it in that set. It might also be that I've just got rid of too many things. Which one am I using? Yeah, EX supply element light, at least 20%. Is it the EX supply element that I need to pull? Yeah, I think that... Okay. I'll just pull it from EXSMG Moonlight. Make effect sphere. Don't like how it goes all the way back to the top. Just show me the one I had before. Oh, but I can't pull it from here. So I'm not allowed to pull it. Rip. Rip. Oh well. Wait. I've never used the orbs before. That was my first time. I've never really seen the reason for me to use it, and yeah, now I get why. Because I've never done this before. So why do I have absolute 0? What is that one? Or from who is that one? Oh. No, I'm putting the freeze from... So apparently I'm using the stat thing from Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is also still one of the early characters that I've done. Let's see, I know what button I put it on, so I can actually make use of it this time. Fair. I have it specifically for that that one creature that actually spawns in the middle. When this twatter jumps away for the first time. This one. I've raised him just because I don't want to deal with his attacks. It is that it doesn't work on the actual bosses. But it's great for small fry that requires a little bit more time. True. And that would make it just too simple. Would be funny, but way too simple. Also, I missed the button prompt. Ah! Why is it standing specifically on this blue one? Critical damage is a lot better than extra flying time, but this character can't fly. Or a better fly recharge when, once again, this character can't fly. Oh boy. It's jumping to the middle, so it's actually in my favor. Oh well, just a regular counter. Better than nothing at all. And that should be Len done, because I think she only needed less than half a level. In theory, I can still do Yui as well before I hit the 3-hour mark. Okay, wow. I did... That is genuinely the best time that I've had so far. 4:19. So yeah, this will definitely be done of Yui before the 3-hour mark. Also the begin cutscene and this one, like, I could do without them. It's fun the first couple of times, but eventually that gets... Eek. In my case, I've seen all those cutscenes way too many times. Take your time. Have one on heal. I did it to myself. And now we wait. Let's say 21.5. I'd say I will at least push Yui until level 12, at minimum. Why did I do that? Jump to the middle. Which is good for me. Ah, I should have reloaded first. Oh well. Okay, that is now 19.5 levels. It is supposed to take just over an hour. And then we're done with Yui as well. Then I'm done with the entire list of characters and I'm freed from this game. I say freed, it's not that terrible of an experience, but it's been way too long for not enough satisfaction. And I fear that it took way too long for this to become a thing for me to really enjoy the game. Sure, recover HP at intervals. I enjoy that. I approve of that. Crazy movement speed, eh. If only this Twilight jumped away later. Just a second or two later would have been better. Alright, according to the thing, it takes exactly an hour now. Which isn't going to be correct. That is just a rounded off time. Either upwards or downwards, doesn't matter. Yeah, deal with that one. Well, that was timing. Like what, 15.2 now? Yep, 15.2. Actually, no, it can't be. That's how much shit I still need to get, but we're level 14, close to the end of level 14. Or, sorry, close to the beginning of level... Wait, what? Whoops. 14, we're close to the beginning of level 14. So this should be like 15.8. Doesn't really change much because it's still only, it's still like 9 rounds. Come on. Yikes. I didn't hit enough of that ult. Considering we have Yui now. Did not expect that to go through so quickly. Ow. Nope, that's aiming downwards. But it still hit, luckily. Alright, that now changes to 14 levels remaining. Practically 14 levels remaining. I think we just about hit level 16. So that after that it'll be 13. Yeah, I don't think we get enough experience to hit level 18. It is only 8 more rounds, as far as my spreadsheet is telling me. Also, we definitely won't be done before the 3-hour mark. Not with Yui. I see the timer still says 0.8 hours, but... which is already, like, longer than 40 minutes. Oh, of course you jump away. Beautiful. So Yui only needs like 13 more levels right now. Shouldn't be running in. That literally does nothing. Because you get everything anyway. No, it's 12 ranks even. It doesn't matter though. Yeah, no, that makes them 6.9 to 6.4. That genuinely does nothing. It is still 7 rounds regardless. Chances that this will be the last run I do on stream. Okay, just going to have to go for it. I'll grab the things after. Is it stuck? Did we break it? Sadly enough, it didn't break completely. It would be funny if it stayed broken. Waiting to switch back wouldn't be helpful. Well, the kbps suddenly just went up. I'm also losing frames every so often, so I think it is a perfect time to stop. UN has like 11-ish more levels to go. We'll see in just a moment. Okay, 10.1. Which, I'll do in my own time. Those last 6 rounds, there won't be for now. I'll be doing those in my own time. What I will be doing... Oh boy, KPS is dying. Even more, so I need to be quick on this. Next time, hopefully we're back in Alicization Licorice. I can't guarantee it though, but fingers crossed. And I guess have a good one, and until the very next time, good day.